To create the cluster stitch, chain 16 and do a basic forward pass. You should have 16 loops on your hook. To start out with, yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. This will be a half cluster stitch. Now, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Yarn over and pull through the next 5 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You now have a half cluster and a full cluster stitch. Continue on. Chain 3, and yarn over and pull through 5. Repeat that pattern. Chain 3, yarn over and pull through 5. Chain 3. You'll notice when you get to the end, there's only 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through those last 3 loops. That'll be another half cluster. When you're done with that row, it should look like this. To continue on, we are going to work in the horizontal threads created by the last row. Skip the first chain, move on to the second chain, and we're going to insert the hook through the back loop of that chain. Yarn over and pull up a loop. Continue on to the next chain. Back loop, go all the way through, yarn over and pull up a loop. Now we're going to insert the hook in the top thread that's holding that cluster stitch together. You'll see it right here where my finger is. Insert the hook, yarn over and pull up a loop. Continue on. Work in the next chain 3 and pull up 1 loop in each of those chains. So now I have my first loop and the first 2 that were created in the second and third chain. My next loop that was created in the top of the first cluster stitch, and my next 3 loops that were created in the chain 3. Now I'm going to continue on and insert my hook in the top of the next cluster. Yarn over and pull up a loop. Work in the next chain 3, pull up 1 loop in each chain. 1, 2, 3, pull up a loop in the top of the cluster. This is the last chain 3. I'm going to pull up 1 loop in each one of those chains. And when I get to the end of the row, I'm going to pull up 1 loop in the top of that half cluster. At this point, you should count your loops and make sure that you have 16. Okay. The return row is the same as the last return row. Yarn over, pull through 2, chain 3, yarn over, and pull through 5. You'll notice that the second row of clusters is directly on top of the first row. Continue on, chain 3, yarn over, and pull through 5. Chain 3, yarn over, and pull through 5. Chain 3. At the end of the row, if you'll recall, yarn over and pull through the last 3 to create a half cluster stitch. When you're done, it should look like this.